Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Texas Rangers franchise as we have Game 4 of the American League Division Series between the Texas Rangers and the Chicago White Sox. It's win or go home for Chicago as the Rangers have a 2-1 series advantage after taking Game 1 at home and Game 3 on the road. A beautiful night under the stars as the Rangers and White Sox try and determine who will be their top seed in the ALCS. As you get a look at the series history, Texas winning Game 1 5-0 and Game 3 by the score of 3-1. The White Sox took Game 2 by the score of 5-3, and they're throwing Lucas Giolito in their biggest game of the season. The Rangers will counter with Dane Dunning going to the hill for them. As you get a look at the starting lineups, the Rangers offense has been uncharacteristically quiet in the postseason. The White Sox getting a ton of production from the top of their order as Nick Madrigal, Tim Anderson, and Yoan Moncada have done a lot of damage for the Pale Hose. Well, Lucas Giolito was on the mound, and the first batter that he would face would be David Dahl. And another nice play from Tim Anderson. We saw him make a number of those in the last episode. He, again, patrolled the middle to great effect. Here's Willie Calhoun going deep down the right field line, but that one just hooking foul towards the end of its flight. And a 2-2 count here on Willie, as Giolito's 15th pitch of the first inning is a changeup swung on and missed in the dirt. And Giolito made it through the first inning with just a little bit of labor. Dane Dunning would take the mound for Texas, 8-11 on the year, 4.72 ERA, but he's pitched better as of late, and so the Rangers trying to put their faith in him and at least get 4 or 5 innings from the righty, but he would give up a leadoff single to Zach Granite here. Granite going on the next pitch. It was up and inside, and Granite was able to easily swipe second on such an uncompetitive off-speed pitch. Well, Madrigal would move the runner over to third base with a weak ground out to second, and that brought up Tim Anderson. Anderson on a 2-0 pitch gets a hanging curveball and belts it high and deep out to left center field. Martin reaches for the wall, leaps up and makes the catch. The run will come in to score rather easily, but a nice play there from Jason Martin, who got a little bit of hang time. Certainly didn't take that from the seats, but still a nice catch by the Rangers center fielder. And Texas trying to get out of the first inning. Eloy Jimenez back up the middle, and of course he's going to test this. Jason Martin easily throws him out. The CPU have a terrible bug that make them over-aggressive heading to second base, and the White Sox take a 1-0 lead into the second. Trevor Story would lead off the next frame and earn a walk against Giolito, bringing up Nate Lowe. Is the 0-1 pitch deep down the right field line. It's hooking into the corner, and it's just foul. 2.1 feet outside the foul pole. And of course, as these things tend to go, the next pitch is swung on and missed for the third strikeout of the night for Giolito. Tyler Naquin defending the plate on a 3-2 pitch. Got good timing, but somehow pops us up to third base. As you get a look at the postseason bracket, Game 5 all around the league. We're trying to avoid becoming the 4 series to go to Game 5, but that's not going to help. Trevor Story got a bad break and is gunned out at second to end the inning. We go to the top of the third, and after Trevino had struck out, it's Jason Martin to the plate. 1-0 pitch ripped into right center field. That one's going to get down. It will go all the way to the wall. Granite collects this up against the track, and Martin wants more. Headed to third base. Here's the relay throw. It's not in time. Jason Martin with a 1-out triple against Giolito, and the Rangers have the tying run 90 feet away, which will be earned on the very next swing of the bat. Now, that was so hard hit by Apostle that it seemed like Moncada could have come home, and upon further review, he definitely could have. But he gives up the tying run in favor of the out, and we go to the bottom of the fourth. Adam Eaton on a 1-2 pitch, not where the slider was supposed to be located, but he goes down looking anyway. And now we'll skip ahead to the bottom of the sixth. In a pitcher's duel, not much was going on, and Yasmani Grandal will change that with a swing of the bat. Laced down the left field line just inside the chalk, and it's a leadoff double for the White Sox backstop. Zach Granite the next hitter, 2-2 count, and he's way behind on a good fastball there from Dane Dunning. Second K of the night for Dane. Nick Madrigal on now. He swings and pops this one up into shallow left field. Under it easily is the left fielder, Dahl, and there's 2 outs. Rangers just 1 out away from getting out of this. 1-1 pitch, though, to Tim Anderson, and a hanging slider belted into the right center field gap. The go-ahead run traipses across the plate, and Tim Anderson has played hero once again for the Pale Hose. It's 2-1 Chicago in the bottom of the 6th. Simulate ahead to the top of the 7th now. Rangers looking for the tying run, and Trevor Story delivers. One swing of the bat from the Rangers shortstop in his first playoff series with his hometown club, and Trevor Story knots us up at 2 apiece. A laser show of a home run off of Giolito, and it is 2s all around as Story enjoys his trip around the bases. Jay Valdez, the manager, also enjoying life as Story hits his first home run of the postseason. You'll get a look at the replay here. A no-doubter that did not have a ton of hang time, but 106 off the bat. That one got out of here in a hurry. Nate Lowe was trying to hit another ball hard, but again, Tim Anderson flashes the leather and takes away what would have been an easy single away from Nate Lowe. Well, to the bottom of the 8th we go. It's Taylor Hearn on the mound in relief, facing Yasmani Grandal and looking for a strikeout. 2-2 count, and the pitch golfed over the head of Trevor Story off the end of the bat. That ball not hit particularly hard, but it's a single nonetheless for Grandal. And now Zach Granite will square to bunt, trying to give himself up. It's a very hard bunt out to second. Solak spins, throws, and gets the runner at second base. Now it does get the lead runner, but it puts the fleet-footed Zach Granite on the base paths, and just like that, he steals his second bag of the contest. So a runner in scoring position. Nick Madrigal, the batter, and a soft line drive to first base, caught by Lowe. Throw to second, but Story's not quite on the bag. So it brings up Tim Anderson. 1 for 2, an RBI double, and he's looking to do it again. Into left field in front of Dahl. Here's the throw to the plate. It's not in time. Tim Anderson, his second RBI double of the game, and the White Sox lead it 3-2 in the bottom of the 8th. Now Hearn would get the final out, a hard ground ball hit to Sherton Apostle, but the damage done, and the White Sox lead by 1, trying to send us to Arlington for Game 5. Liam Hendricks on for the save, one of the best closers in all of baseball. In the first pitch, David Dahl sees on a frozen rope, but right at Granite in center field. 2-2 count now. Nick Solak, he'll take this slider down low with Willie Calhoun on deck. The go-ahead run in the form of a power hitter, but Nick Solak gets a fastball right down Maine, and he can't do anything with it. Popped into center field, and the Rangers were down to their final out. Willie Calhoun digging in and driving one deep down the right field line. It's the second time that he's done that this game. And the very next pitch, a high fastball K-ing Willie Calhoun. The White Sox defend home turf and will send us back to Arlington for a decisive Game 5 in the ALDS. What a job done by the White Sox in another pitcher's duel. They held the Rangers to just 2 runs on 3 hits. As you look at the playoff bracket, the Yankees, Brewers, and Padres all through into the championship round. The last game to be decided is this one from Arlington, Texas. It's Game 5 as the winner advances to the ALDS, not the NLCS. See, that bug still hasn't been fixed in this game, and as well as the bug that shows the ALDS outline on the field being pitch black. I don't understand that. I need MLB The Show to patch that before our next postseason, because I do plan on returning, and I would like that graphic to get fixed. Series tied, obviously, at 2 apiece. The White Sox winning 3-2, and the theme throughout this series has been the offense has just been non-existent for Texas. We have not been able to get the bats going. Part of that has been the White Sox pitching. The other part of it, though, is I played most of these games. I think with the show updates that have come out, I feel like the sliders have been tweaked a little bit. And I checked to see if that was the case. My sliders are still intact, but the solid contact was just impossible to get throughout this playoff series. Anyway, enough of my complaining. Onto the field, and the Rangers decided to go with Hans Kraus in this start. He is number 5 in the rotation, But Tyler Glasnow was ready to go. Had the Rangers turned to him in a starting rotation role, he could have made this start. My thinking was, let's go with another good young right-hander and save Tyler Glasnow for the ALCS. If we burned him here, we weren't going to have him for Game 1 against the Yankees, and so I put my faith in the young righty. The White Sox turned to grizzled veteran Dallas Keuchel to make their Game 5 start. He began this one with a flyout to deep center field from David Dahl. Again, another aggressive first or second pitch swinging. This one from Nick Solak. Hard hit up the middle, but Nick Madrigal had larceny on his mind. 2 outs in the inning, and then Tyler Naquin tied up in more knots than an Auntie Anne's pretzel, gone swinging. Well, we go to the second inning, and Hans Kraus back on the mound. Weak ground ball, but a tricky ground ball up the middle off the mound, and Trevor Story plays it well. He'll lead off the bottom of the second as well. Without a doubt, Texas's hottest hitter. A home run in the last game against the White Sox. Leading off in the bottom of the second, and make it 2 home runs this postseason. Story getting hot at the right time for Texas. He's going into the second deck, and the Rangers have the lead in Game 5 as Story collects his second blast of the ALDS. 385 feet off a hanging slider from Keuchel. This one just hooking inside the foul pole and giving a souvenir to a second deck fan. Well, to the top of the fourth, and it's Hans Kraus back on the mound. Tim Anderson just gets this one over the head of Nick Solak. A base hit for the White Sox, and it would bring up Eloy Jimenez. 3-2 pitch, and you've got to be kidding me. This ball entirely in the strike zone, but we don't get the call, and it's first and second with just 1 away. It should be first and 2 outs, and the 1-2 pitch here to Adam Eaton. Inside, Kraus trying to strike out the lefty, and instead, disaster. A hanging changeup from Kraus, and the White Sox have the lead. Eaton's first home run of the postseason. Adam is not a power hitter in his veteran status. He's been around the game a long time. He's never been a power hitter, but none of that matters right now. Eaton just gave the Pale Hose a 3-1 lead. Such a tough spot for Kraus to be in. He wasn't pitching poorly. He just made a bad pitch, and we're forced to go to Hong-Jong Yang out of the bullpen. He strikes out Jose Abreu, who at this point I still believe was 0 for the series, but it doesn't matter. The damage done, and the White Sox lead it by the score of 3-1. Trevor Story trying to beat the shift, going to the right of second base, and Madrigal flashes the leather again. The White Sox played so well defensively this series, but it doesn't matter how much Gold Glove caliber defense you have. When you're forcing Ranger hitters to hit them right at you like that, it's going to make your job a whole lot easier. To the bottom of the fifth now we go. Nate Lowe just under a hanging cutter. And again, the Rangers not able to capitalize on some mistake pitches. Jason Martin, who we saw triple in the last game, misses a very similar pitch and pops out to the catcher. Final batter of the inning, Jose Trevino, flails at that and misses. And now I decided to quick sim some of the pitching, trying to get through this game session, honestly, so I could get the episode up tonight. And instead, Yang gives up 2 runs. We're down by 4 now, into the bottom of the 6th. David Dahl trying to rectify that, trying to pull the Rangers back on a comeback. Doubles into right center field, and it's a crucial 1-out hit for Texas. The Rangers looking to chip into this lead as Keuchel has continued to settle in, but with 2 outs, a weak ground ball easily fielded by Madrigal, who almost throws it away, and the Rangers ended the 6th without scoring a run. We go to Archie Bradley in the 7th, and he gives up a home run. Jose Abreu was 0 for the series. He's 2 for 3 now, including a solo shot. Trevor Story now leading off the bottom of the 7th, trying to get that run back. Has Story done it again? He has! His 3rd home run of the series. Trevor Story is on fire. In a lineup that has seemingly forgotten how to hit, the shortstop doing all he can to will his team to a victory. Well, with Jason Martin 0 for 2 tonight and the lefty still on the mound, we went to Adolis Garcia, making his playoff debut in 2022. He would swing over the cutter there. Fast forward just a pitch, 1-1, and that one misses down low. Hitters count now for Adolis Garcia. Not sure if he's even going to have a roster spot next season, but not worried about that right now. He sends this one into left field for a base hit, and Texas with another runner on base. 2 outs, runner on first, 1-0 count here to Jose Trevino. And again, a mistake pitch that's not going anywhere. Popped out to center field. Granite makes the catch, and that would end the inning. To the bottom of the 8th we go. Keuchel still on the hill, and Sherton Apostle hit this hard, but right at Abreu at first base. David Dahl, the next batter up, swings and misses at a filthy sinker that cut inside off the plate. And then Nick Solak hit that about as hard as you can, but right at Eaton in right field. The White Sox are 3 outs away from an ALCS berth. To the 9th we go, a non-save situation, and Garrett Crochet to the mound. The hard-throwing lefty trying to find a way to get this team into the next round, but he was wild. He walked Naquin, and then 2 pitches later, a ringing double that just misses going over the wall. Bouncing off the 349 side, and Story's done it again. A hard-hit ball that will result in a double. It's runners at second and third now with nobody out. Good take here from Willie Calhoun. The count 2-2. Spoils that one. 102 miles off the bat. And then looking for the slider. I'll be honest, I was not expecting fastball. Calhoun fooled, and he's gone. Nate Lowe up now. Rangers trying to get these 2 runners home to try and bring the tying run to the plate, and Lowe strikes out late on a fastball. Texas is down to their final out, and Adolis Garcia to the plate. The 1-0 pitch as Liam Hendricks has entered the ballgame now, by the way. This one stung towards right center field. That's going to get down. It goes to the wall. The Rangers aren't done yet as 2 come across. It's 6-4, and the tying run is going to come to the plate with all kinds of speed on second base. With Trevino 0 for 3 tonight, the Rangers turn to their power-hitting backup catcher, Sam Huff. 0-1 pitch misses downstairs. It's 1-1. The next pitch swung on and missed, and Texas down to their final strike. Can Huff prolong the season for the Rangers? That one just misses off the plate. 2-2 now. Huff trying to find a gap somewhere. Hendricks, the kick and the pitch, and it's a swing and a miss. The White Sox upset the Texas Rangers. They're going on to the ALCS, and Texas's season ends here. Despite an American League West championship, the Rangers cannot get out of the division series. Dallas Keuchel gets the win, and Hans Kraus gets the loss. I'm so disappointed and just gutted. I thought we had a better team that could make a longer postseason run, but in the end, the bats just fell silent and the pitching allowed just enough runs to lose. It was really, the struggle was flipped. I thought we were going to have a better offense, and I thought our pitching was going to be the thing that held us back. As we simulate forward, the World Series will be the San Diego Padres and the New York Yankees after the Yankees swept the White Sox. And the Padres took a 3-2 lead, but the Yankees tied it up in Game 6, and they would repeat as World Series champions in 2022. A Game 7 blowout win as Carlos Rodon, the former White Sox, defeats Chris Paddock, and your New York Yankees have won back-to-back championships in this franchise. They now own 29 World Series rings. Well, we go through the final stats from the postseason, and you see what I'm talking about. Guys were just not producing. They just flat out were not getting on base. Kiner Falefa didn't get a base hit the entire postseason, and Trevor Story and Nate Lowe ultimately couldn't carry an entire team. Maybe the biggest regret that I have is not starting Tyler Glasnow for Game 5. I just was thinking that Kraus was in a good enough spot to get us through, and I wanted Glasnow for that game against the New York Yankees, which obviously we never got. So my mistake on that, and I really do regret not starting our ace there in the biggest game of the season. Well, I'm going to post this on Saturday night is when it's uploading. Tomorrow at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Sunday, I'm going to be live streaming the offseason over on my Twitch channel. The link is down in the description. I would love if you guys would come join me on that journey. I'm going to be talking through absolutely everything, and we're going to try and figure out what pieces we need to add to this team to make them a championship contender. We've proven we can get to the postseason, but how do we take that next step and knock off a team like the New York Yankees to have a berth in the World Series? We'll find out together if you join me on my Twitch channel. If not, don't worry, I will upload it to the YouTube channel as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, so long, everybody.